Good morning, Christchurch. I'm here in sunny Downend with Adam. Adam, for those who don't know you, would you share who you are and what you do?
Yeah, good morning. I am the Executive Director of a non-profit association that serves occupational and professional regulators, so groups like the General Medical Council, but all over the world, so across North America, Western Europe, Middle East and Australasia. We do conferences, events, research, some consulting work. Normally I'd be back and forth to America, but this year is quite different. So I've got my Zoom shirt, some nice shorts to match, and I know video conferencing platforms awfully well at this point.
Fantastic. Everyone's got a Zoom bookcase as well. Have you got one of those?
I have actually.
Very
I've even
good.
got a Zoom screen as well as my background.
Such a professional. So as a person who's responsible for leading other people in the workplace, how do you use that position to show God's love to others around you?
Absolutely. So I think what I've tried to do is reflect something of the servant king's approach in being a servant leader. So that can look very differently in different settings, but for mine it can be something as simple as at the end of a staff lunch, just being the one who's doing the washing up and putting the dishes away, or bringing a coffee to everybody before a meeting starts. Just little things, but I think they can demonstrate humility and love for those we work with.
Fantastic. And I know that in the light of the current situation with COVID-19 and racial injustice surfacing in parts of the world, you've been doing particular things to mould the culture where you're working. Could you share a few ways you've been doing that?
Absolutely. I think what we've tried to do is just reflect something of that incredible love of God through the compassion that we show to colleagues. So it's been simple things like allowing people really flexible working schedules. We've got staff who are at home with school-aged children, teaching them at the same time as working. So in addition to just working with their schedules, it's when our meetings are interrupted by their children presenting homework, it's simply just shrugging, smiling, and letting that happen. If dogs are barking, it's okay. And I think we've tried to just encourage people, particularly with some of the issues that have been happening in the US. Our office is 75 miles to the east of Louisville in Kentucky, which is where Breonna Taylor lost her life, where there's been civil unrest. And obviously there's a really divisive election campaign going on as well. So colleagues are dealing with an awful lot. So to the maximum extent possible, I've tried to show love, compassion, and care for those that I'm charged with leading. And I think what the other approach we've tried to take, or I try to take, is just to pray through situations when the phone rings, before picking it up, that I might find the right words, that I might have the compassion for those who maybe I find difficult, who I know don't like me, and that at every turn I might present and represent Jesus well in all that I say and do, that I might do good work throughout each day.
Amazing. And for those in Christchurch who want to pray for you, how can they be doing that?
Thank you. Some prayer would be great. I think resilience would be really maybe the number one. At the start of this, we thought in March that maybe our September conference, which was taking place in Seattle, would happen. Now that's all virtual. Now we're postponing our January event. We're now looking at June next year, whether those events go on. The act of running so fast early seemed manageable when it was a maybe 3 or 6 month proposition. Now we're into years potentially. I think that calls for us to recalibrate those expectations, and I would just pray for resilience, to do well each day, and just to know when to pause, when to press, when to invest or save, just for some wisdom around some of those topics.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Adam. Back to you in the studio.